Space Marine 2 is really just more of what the first one was. The set pieces and environments look gorgeous on the PS5. It feels good to play after adjusting to the minor changes in the control scheme. And the story here is really solid. Essentially picking up right where the original left off, with Captain Titus being investigated for heresy and kind of unfolding the aftermath of it all. However, this one isn't going to escape my ire quite as cleanly as the original did, because we need to discuss the operations mode. Yes, the thing that is primarily meant for multiplayer, but I am a solo guy, so what can I say? Um, and I will say that I think, you know, 98% of these are beatable from the solo position through repetition, leveling, um, you know, familiarity with the map and possible enemy spawns, and just generalized learning how to make your class um, work for you in a given situation. But then we get to one mission in particular, which was the only one that I didn't beat in the original run of them. If I recall correctly, it's the second mission, the big arena boss fight against the you know big tyrannid beastie. Forgive me for not recalling its proper government name. But that is where I started noticing a lot of issues with the AI. And up to this point, I really hadn't noticed a lot of the things that the internet was saying when they were like, oh, the AI is so bad. It's garbage. It needs to be worked on and whatever. Because up to that point, it was relatively decent. But this was one of those cases where I could clearly tell that this was meant for a crew of human players that could do human player things, right? Doing damage at the proper time, healing each other at the proper time, aggroing, general strategizing, etc. Um, and the reality is that I just don't think that the AI was particularly functional in this scenario. Um, that's because you have next to no control over what it does. I did realize or come across or notice quite late in my playthrough that there are um, sort of a really rudimentary set of squad commands, but they're not really applicable or of any real use to any sort of situation like this. Um, and I don't know, maybe it would be less frustrating if there was some sort of checkpoint system implemented, or some sort of thing where you could choose the part of the mission where you jump in, so you could try the parts that you're stuck on over and over and over, but there isn't. So essentially what you have here is fighting to get to a certain point where you're um, stuck, and in this case it's at the very end of the level. Like the mission ends with this boss fight, um, and you go into it, and you die a lot, obviously, and in many cases extremely quickly before you can really assess what happened or what went wrong, you're just dead. You're done. And then it kicks you out, and you're forced to fight through the entire mission over again just to get to that point, and probably die in a matter of seconds again because this is a mode where if the front parts of the mission don't go well, if you're running through lives or just having difficulty in spots where you don't typically do, a run can be shot pretty early on. But yeah, it's just a really frustrating hate loop to get stuck in. And you know, I guess I can hope that, like, I haven't played in a while, and maybe things have been fixed and tweaked with the AI. Maybe there has been a new operation that has come along and kind of eclipsed that one in terms of difficulty or frustration. I don't really know. I haven't played since the game came out or a couple months after, and I don't really plan on playing it again anytime soon. But if you are watching this and you are somebody that is currently involved in it or has played it a lot more recently, let me know kind of the state of things or if any of that has changed. But other than that, that is going to wrap this video up, I think. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.